Such beautiful scenery in St. Lucia, and it's amazing to be able to capture them and bring them to you on the morning show. Good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. Let's tap into the news desk. Let's see what's happening.
Good morning. Tropical storm Brett has since left the Caribbean after pummeling the islands over the last couple of days and was still producing heavy rains in parts of the Windward Islands over the weekend. Tropical storm Cindy became the second rare June deep tropics storm following in the path of Brett. Now, although as Brett approached the island with near hurricane strength winds, the island appeared to have suffered minimal damage as a result of the passage of that storm.
There were reports of fluctuation in electricity in various areas, but that was about it. I must applaud the St. Lucian public for heeding to what was said, and they stayed home. Or we didn't get too many reports of persons traversing the roads at various times, which made it easier for movement of emergency or any other persons who would need to be on the road at that time. So that worked very well. Compliments to the St. Lucian public for listening. It made our work much easier, that of the fire and the police in that regard.
The Grosley Polyclinic, Soufriere Hospital and Dennery Hospital all operated on 24-hour shift systems or services as part of efforts by the Ministry of Health to ensure the availability of health services during the passage of that last storm. The Environmental Health Division of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs will observe the annual Vector Awareness Week from June 26th to the 30th, 2023. The observance coincides with the peak of the rainy season, which runs from June 1st to November 30th. This period is usually associated with an increase in the number of vector-borne diseases, especially dengue fever as well as leptospirosis.
This campaign aims to rally individuals and communities to take immediate and concerted action in order to reduce the number of vector disease cases we see yearly. Consequently, your attention is being drawn to the factors responsible for the proliferation of vectors through this year's theme, Vectors Be Gone, Better St. Lucia, Come Along. Among the highlight activities for Vector Awareness Week are 2 community exhibitions to raise awareness in high-risk communities, that is, Soufriere and Dennery.
The public is urged to take urgent collective action to reduce mosquito breeding in and around their homes in the fight against dengue fever and to avert a major outbreak. In a proactive move to enhance the productivity and efficiency of agriculture farmers, the Ministry of Agriculture has launched a specialized farmer field school program focused on beekeeping and honey production.
These things are very important to the beekeepers and apiaries on the whole, because these are used for trade. It's really the standards way of getting a set product, a product of a particular quality, and the management of the bees in a particular way, and again achieving a particular quality. So it's very important that our standards are utilized, and again I'll mention that our standards are voluntary. The code of practice and the specifications are voluntary, but again these are guidance documents to provide the better or best outcomes in the beekeeping industry.
Charisse Ogis Hyacinth, apiculture coordinator attached to the Veterinary and Livestock Services Division, highlighted the objective of the Farmer Field School program to equip farmers with the necessary tools and techniques for success in apiculture. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs is continuing its health sector reform measures in St. Lucia by taking a major step in ensuring that affordable and quality healthcare services for diabetes and hypertension are provided through the Performance-Based Financed or PBF pilot program.
This step towards allowing our St. Jude's Hospital to provide us with support laboratory services will allow us to provide the patients with as much care as possible in a manner that is affordable to them, accessible. Persons will not need to go to find private labs in order to get their labs done in those areas that have been selected for implementation of the PBF. And so we look forward today with much anticipation that the project will run in a very smooth way. And
thank you, News Desk. Let's take a break. We come right back. price tag on wisdom, and being able to tap in to the elders, to grasp some wisdom from them is a privilege. We caught up with the grandson of a centenarian recently. We're here with Linton. Linton is a grandson of the birthday gal.
Yeah.
How does it feel to see your grandmother get to, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, boy, yeah, that run in the blood again there.
Shot, you know? Yeah, so I want granny, I want piece of that blessing.
Wonderful.
On that milestone, yeah.
On a real though, how does it feel?
It's very emotional.
Why?
Because for me, out of all the grandkids, I live with granny for 15 years. If I migrated to this, I live it because, you know, when you're small, you manage, and then mommy beat you and granny take you, you know, sleep on carbon, you call it, you know. So it's very, very, very emotional for me. When I was crying, it was not tears of mourning anything. It was just, I couldn't hold it. Yes, it's been real good journey with her. Remember the coffee and everything.
What do you remember most? Yes, because
Okay.
you know
When
you're
I-
not a big man. You understand?
when I
So what, some of the
remember
things that you
most
think she left with you.
She was a very praying woman, and a very.
Did you
like,
pick that up? Are
yeah.
you continuing on?
Yeah, and she was a woman of strong faith,
That? Right.
very, very strong belief, because we raised not having much, and she always believed. She believed in that man up there. She's always a praying woman. Even when she got close, I remember in 1997, I say, Granny, I say, Mahava, Papa, my lad, you know. And it's a thrill seeing that I took that long trip from the United States to be here. And the good thing about it is just because the way she make me feel on that day when and the blessing she talked to me in my ears, and I know she tell me something. You know, I know I connect, you know. So it just feels good. I mean, I'm a little just overwhelmed. Like, I just want to celebrate that moment.
Understandably so. Wonderful. What do you want to say to other persons in terms of, because you know a lot of people don't like to spend time with the elderly. Wisdom-wise, what do you want to say to young people? Everybody should find some time to sit and just indulge in some wisdom. What do you want to say to young people?
I want to say to them, I think the young people, you should stick to the old, because these people give us born, and the thing is, we're going to get old one day. So, you know, now when you live in your flums life, everything going for you, you feel like you're not going to get there. But, you know, I could tell people the biggest connection I get is when I stick around these grown people. I'm a very family-oriented person.
Wisdom.
Yeah. That's where I get most of my wisdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy you were able to make it over and still find her here, strong and healthy still.
Yeah, it feels good.
Wonderful. Thank you again, darling. And now for our second feature. One of our soca ambassadors, I'd like to call him that, Ricky Teasel, has been contributing to the soca art form for as long as we can remember. And it is just a joy to see him have his signature event for the carnival season. Soca Explosion, Ricky T and Friends is back, and we caught up with Kami Joseph.
Okay, so Soca Explosion, Ricky T and Friends will be held on July 11th at the SAB in VG. Our tagline, of course, is quality, affordable access. We are building on the theme for Carnival, which is not for one, but for all. We want everybody to be able to access this venue. It is right in the heart of town. We are putting tickets everywhere. The tickets are at every single box office in St. Lucia, the cell locations, and Steve's Barbershop. They are also online, and they are reasonably priced because we want everybody to be able to afford the show. We want everybody to be able to come to the show. Ricky T has not held this show for about 7 years. Our last event was in 2016. We wanted to bring it back. We wanted to bring a show for everybody. We are bringing on so many friends that we have moved the start of the show from 8 o'clock to 6. Gates open at 6. Show up on time, please. You do not want to miss this. The headliners, of course, are Christopher Martin from Jamaica, Edwin Yearwood from Barbados, and of course, the Caribbean's baddest entertainer, Mr. Killer, is going to be in the building. And the friends, oh my God, the friends. Look a list of friends. Look friends. Let me catch a breath. Let me go. Okay. Superman HD, Cat Cal, Teddy St. John, Invader, Her Black, right? That's the Kaiso legends and the big soca legends. In addition, we have Mata, Migos, Enter the Fun Machine. We also have Jurgen, best dressed young soca artist in the business, Mr. Jurgen. We also have the females, Cupid, Keisha, Black Shiny, and Mr. Split in the middle, Freezy, will be there as well because he and Ricky T have a song this year called Reverse. Reverse, Reverse, yes, all of that and more. Ricky T and Friends, July 11th at the SAB. Honestly, it's a matter of every year that we've had the event, we tried to work with a theme. And this year, Ricky really wanted to focus on people who had inspired him. People that, keep in mind now, Ricky T started as a member of TOT. So big up Charlo and the TOT people as well. Get Through was a guy, because he's from Marshall originally, and Get Through was like, no man, you could sing, come out there and do a thing, whatever. So he started out in TOT, and he says he will stay in TOT for as long as the tent exists because he's loyal to his tent. And we wanted to bring on the Calypsonians who inspired him. When Ricky T started off, he was inspired by Bounty Killer from Jamaica, in case people don't know that. And he was more or less the remix freestyle king. And he used to do freestyles and remixes of Invaders Calypsos. So that's where that comes from. Herb Black is his favorite Calypsonian, one of his favorite Calypsonians. In fact, I have a story for you. There was one year, Ricky T was supposed to close down Cooler Fete. It was the year Herb Black was the one slated to win the Kaiso Monarch. And they were like, nah, I can't close. I have to go down in town and see Herb Black for Calypso finals. And back and forth backstage, their real negotiation, Ricky was like, if I don't go on now, I won't go on at all because I have to go and see Herb Black. So Herb Black had to be there by all means. And everybody else, it's a matter of people he had songs with this year, we included as well. Because Christopher Martin and Ricky T released a song just recently called Love. This will be the first live performance of that song. Edwin Yearwood, because he hasn't been there for a while, and we like his whole groove and what he can bring to our show. And of course, Mr. Killer, because Mr. Killer did a number of his earlier work with Stratosphere Music. He has songs with Ricky T and a couple of the other artists as well. And the Young Guns, because we want people that we think Ricky T actually works with them right now, and people that we think are going to be the future of our soca industry, because the future is also important too. He'll be there, but he can't do it alone. We bring everybody along. And you can't do a show without Jack Rosalie. But yes, we know there are some people who really wanted to be on the show, and even though we say our cast is closed, surprise guests could always show up. It's a bacchanal show. We bacchanal, we having fun. Anything can happen. Show up on July 11th and see. A VIP experience. I like that, a VIP experience. Now, the regular tickets are only $100. The VIP is $375. And what that does is you get to have an elevated experience if you so choose, or you can go down and be on the field with the rest of us getting it good. My point is, it is reasonably priced for everybody because the VIP includes food and drinks for $375. Not like nowadays, VIP, you come in, have to buy your food and drinks. I don't know what kind of VIP that is. Our VIP is a real VIP, okay? Now, in terms of the $100 tickets, we still have a couple of early birds. We do not have a lot. So pay attention. We are having a road show. We are going around. If you can show up at the road show, the promo girls will be selling the early bird tickets. They're just $80, but it is until stocks last. We are going to Falco in Dennery, Glamity. We're going to Grosley Street Party, William Peter Boulevard, Baywalk Mall, Maurice. We are there for 2 weeks. We started off last night in Falco. We are going to go all the way around until we get to the big Power Soca, Groovy Soca, and then on the Tuesday, July 11th, people, we're getting it good. We are Soca Explosion, Ricky T and Friends at the SAB in VG. Gates open 6 o'clock. Get your tickets now. Tickets are at the Cell, all Cell locations, Rodney Bay, Castries, Soufrière, VA4, and online, fourcirclestickets.com, and at Steve's Barbershop. Big up Steve's and the guys there. And if you, hey, the good thing about Steve's is you can go there hungry, go buy armor, buy a 60 and some cheese, go upstairs and buy a ticket. I'm taking care of you. I'm feeding you and giving you a show. I mean, $100 gets you in. Come to the show. It's going to be, honestly, we worked really hard on the set list. Big up DYP and Penn and the guys, Derek Yard. Actually, Derek Yard is the first guy who put Ricky T on the rhythm. Manger Maman. Keep that in your head because that might be information to win a ticket later, okay? And we are going to bring all of that together in one show. It's going to be amazing. And I hope everybody shows up. I can't wait to see you all.